Western suburbs. 92 new cases and no path to freedom. But leading experts believe there are choices when it comes to easing some of our harshest restrictions. Devastating but not surprising. Hopes of freedom on Thursday.
Tough for everyone. It's incredibly difficult. When this lockdown started, there were 6 new cases announced. It was meant to be for just a week, but 24 days in, there's no sign of it slowing, largely caused by people breaching rules or waiting too long to get tested with symptoms. These are
500 of them are in the north and the west. 12 of today's new cases are linked to the Broadmeadows cluster, another 12 to New.
Just now, Paul, we're still waiting to learn just what this longer lockdown will look like. Mitch, it's lockdown limbo again. The Premier this morning said that any easing to any restrictions would come before Thursday, but not tomorrow. He also hinted that if there are any changes to...
By the arrow, thank you. An Olympic medalist has turned himself into police after brazenly flouting lockdown within hours of his return to Melbourne. Boxer Harry Garside is the latest in a list of high-profile people caught out.
Love Melbourne, honestly. Can't go to the gym right now. Can't leave 5 k's to your house. Can't see your friends and family. But you can go to the Bottle. What a time to be... This way. Caulfield Cup winner Mark Zahra is the latest jockey fined over an illegal Airbnb party. 4 other riders, including Jamie Carr, have been fined and suspended. And as for social media influencers on a girls' night...
Groupthink is at the Peanut Farm Reserve walk-in clinic in St Kilda, and Estelle, that pop-up site is set to continue.
Well, Mitch, the government had been considering keeping this site open due to its popularity, and tonight we can confirm it will...
These St Kilda locals were determined. I just want to be vaccinated as soon as possible. Today's vaccine numbers follow a record Saturday. 31,436. In faith and football are spearheading an impassioned plea to communities at the epicentre of Melbourne's growing outbreak. Tracy Macbeth is in Altona North tonight, and Tracy, authorities have brought in new voices to help spread this message.
Worship. The new front line is in the west and north, where community leaders are rising to the challenge. We have all stepped up. We understand that we need to continue to educate, advocate, and help. There's a growing number.
Engagement Hub, part of the response in Newport. We know that there are individuals and families and businesses doing it extremely tough. Sporting clubs, faith leaders. Victoria's wedding industry is in turmoil. Next, how a drive-through marriage service wants to help desperate couples tie the knot. Also, hundreds flee America's Gulf Coast as Hurricane Ida hurtles towards land. A mystery object in the skies wreaking havoc.
That stuff next.
To meet the overwhelming demand from Victorian couples. We're calling this the triple V of wedding services. Vax, veil and vows. We have to find solutions throughout COVID to the problems. The problem's much bigger than just the bride and groom.
Tens of millions of dollars and counting. Pre-pandemic, there were 36,000 jobs and 13,000 businesses relying on couples tying the knot. Couples like Dennis and Kirsten, they're in limbo questioning whether to postpone.
New Zealand's COVID outbreak is growing despite a tough lockdown. There were 33 new cases recorded over the past 24 hours. Los Angeles. For pilots, it's like Loch Ness. And this, their monster. A flight instructor's fleeting, grainy video.
At least 4 occasions. That's a 350 mile an hour collision waiting to happen. California-based jetpack developer David Mayman flew his own product in his old hometown, Sydney, 2 years ago. Nowhere near.
Pilots above LA. David Mayman reckons it's a tricked-up drone. And then they've probably got a lightweight mannequin strapped to it in Los Angeles, Timberland. 3 little boys, and there's no way they're going to grow up without their mum. 3 months after trialling a new drug, 70% of her
tumours had gone. Today, she's cancer-free. Researchers say she's among the minority. Only 5% of cancer sufferers are prepared to take a punt on clinical trials. The question is...
As well as clinicians more broadly, that would be an excellent outcome.
Your will. Arson suspected as a shed goes up in flames northwest of Melbourne. And how the gender pay gap now extends to pocket money.
That's up next. 2 MCG's worth of open space.
Across our suburbs, Skyrail has sparked widespread anger and fear, but the reality can be somewhat different. The community loves it. You go out and hear the sentiment and see the activation.
Elevated rail is part of Melbourne's changing landscape as we build a state-of-the-art modern transport system to rival the big cities of the world. The question is whether many can survive the double blow of lockdowns and construction work. I think this will be on the
Members of the family ensuring animal companions are set for life long after their owners are gone. Meet Dante, the Irish wolfhound. Makes it easier to look after yourself and your best friends.
Incorporating your pets in your will is really easy. You're prompted with all the necessary questions and you can make sure that your fur babies are protected.
It's important that we make sure that we provide for all of our family, including our furry friends. Tom.
30. Yes, that yearly difference equates to $52. Tough getting them to do the jobs too. The Bulldogs have snapped their 3-game losing streak. Tim Watson, they've charged into the semis, haven't they? They have, Mitch. They found their form just at the right time while it was heartbreak for the...
Controversial comments and wet weather causes chaos in the Formula One.
That's up next.
The Bulldogs' first finals win since their premiership year back in 2016. It was, Tim. The Bulldogs only missed out on the top 4 in the end by percentage, so they'll be absolutely elated they are, particularly with that final quarter tonight. Their supporters daring to dream. As for the Bombers...
Back to play, there was a real challenge there for a while. There was a real bleak outlook. There wasn't really much going my way early days after that surgery, so I didn't know if I was going to get back. And watching the guys play so well, I wanted to get out there. What's the program look like this week now? I'm not overly sure. I think we'll try and take it as normal as possible, like we would if we were in...
Today, a massive week. Napping is out now. In terms of the tribunal, they'll hear this early this week. In terms of the likely outcome, I spoke to a well-placed source and that was a nice change. Text come through from Ed and, hey Ross, you know I've got nothing but love and respect for you. Hope you and the family well. That's the context I take it in. He's very dry. The Demons touched down in Perth. The sun.
It was supposed to be a historic night for the Storm. They could have become the first ever NRL team to record 20 wins, but Parramatta had other ideas. Melbourne still topped the ladder, but coach Craig Bellamy was fuming. That's deflating.
In 67 years. Setting up Rodri! Shot goal! On a wonderful Manchester City afternoon! Down a man after a handball, Chelsea still held fellow... Back to Perth, and then we're in the release. We've got some crowds, which is fantastic. Thank you, Tim. Jane is next with the forecast. Jane, how's the week looking?
Well, it's rather exciting. We've got a stretch of warmth and sunshine, and then a big burst of rain. The full details.
And the weekend, the burst of showers brought a cold change, but there's more warmth and sunshine on the way. It was such a difference from one day to the next. Bright sunshine yesterday, then rain at times today. The city reached 16 at lunchtime before dropping to just 11.
Right up into northern Queensland, so there's rain or thunderstorms from Tasmania right up to the top. High pressure is taking control tomorrow, so the approaching troughs and cold fronts should only clip Victoria or miss us completely. Now, one of these clips us on Tuesday. The showers affect the...
The pink shows that the northwest should be rising into the low to mid-30s. Then conditions deteriorate on Friday. This is shaping up to be a big rain system. It's a slow-moving but...
Any day of the week. Thank you, Jane. And that's the way it is this Sunday, the 29th of August. Thanks for your company. For now, from the 7 News team, good night.
Goodbye. Bye.